Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of PreMarket PulseScan with yours truly. That's the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the most famous six-pack. You know you are thirsty, so head on over to PulseWaveTrading.com. Get yourself a six-pack for you and a friend. You can start trading with us for as low as $69 a month. Get the most powerful reports known to man, the daily Pulse Wave price trigger reports. With that being said, I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope it was peaceful, relaxing, and fun. But now it's time to get back to business. Time to get back to these markets. Time to see what thus saith the price action. As you know, markets open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. So we have some price action to go over. And we're going to see what this new week holds. Last week was something else. All right, so there's nothing really to be relieved about. Stocks tumble as coronavirus fears outweigh stimulus hopes. Promises of support from central bankers failed to outweigh worries of a pandemic hitting global growth. Wow. Yeah, they're starting to look to the Federal Reserve now. Again, whenever there's a so-called problem, the people look to government to fix it. So it's funny that, people still demand the government to fix things for them and to get into their private affairs of life and tell them what to do. It's like people just want to be controlled and told what to do. I mean, that's what we're seeing here, right? The government will fix it. We can make a mess of things and then the government will fix it. Stocks will plunge. Trump will lose the election and coronavirus could shock the world. Dr. Doom economist predicts escalating U.S.-Iran tensions will drive up oil prices and lead inevitably to Trump's defeat in the elections, says Noah Rabini. Well, I disagree with that. I believe it's going to be the opposite. Stocks are going to rally, Trump's going to win the election, and coronavirus will be something that you tell your grandkids about because in a couple of weeks, no one will remember it. And we'll be back to business as usual. Apple CEO Tim Cook said the Trump administration directly intervened to help the iPhone maker break into India. The administration worked on this with the Indian government, Cook said. The coronavirus outbreak is the biggest danger for the global economy since the financial crisis and could have growth in 2020, OECD warns. The group predicts growth will fall as low as 1.5% this year, half of the 3% projection it made in November. How about this? It has nothing to do with coronavirus. Absolutely nothing to do with it. You know why GDP growth is going to fall? You really want to know the truth? I'll tell you why. We have a financial crisis before we had coronavirus. All right, we've had a financial crisis now for going on 30 years. All right, if you really want to be truthful about it. All right. For those of you who are unschooled in this, there was a point in time in the past where we thought that global economic failure was going to happen by 1994. And we're still here, so it didn't happen. Then we got another, well, actually, first of all, 87 happened first. Then the 94 situation. Then we had 2000 with the NASDAQ bubble bursting. Then we had 9/11. Then we had the 2008 financial crisis. So all these crises happened and there was no coronavirus. We've been in economic crises for some time. Does everybody understand that now? The coronavirus has nothing to do with it. All right. So Brexit will cost the UK up to 30 times more than it will gain back from striking a Trump trade deal. The UK government estimated a deal could increase the size of the UK economy by up to 0.16% over 15 years, after predicting in a previous analysis that leaving the EU would shrink the economy by up to 6.7% over the same period. Again, trying to use fear to keep them into the EU. Asian factories take a beating from virus outbreak. Survey of factory activity indicated a sharp contraction in February. Coronavirus is expected to hurt U.S. earnings harder and longer. Wall Street strategists have been slashing forecasts, putting 2020 profit growth in jeopardy. Actually, the growth has been in jeopardy for quite a long time. It's what happens when you take manufacturing out of a country. Stocks reversed early gains. In Europe, Germany's DAX fell 0.9%. Britain's FTSE rose 0.2%, and the Euro Stoxx 50 fell 0.8%. Asian shares closed higher, with China's Shanghai Composite up 3.2%, Hong Kong's Hang Seng up 0.6%, and Japan's Nikkei up 1%. U.S. stocks are set to open lower, with futures underlying the Dow Jones Industrial Average and NASDAQ down about 0.1%, and the S&P 500 futures down 0.4%. All right, and there's a raft of earnings out. Tiffany and LG are among the highlights. Some key data is on the docket. Purchasing Managers Index, the PMI figures for the U.S. will be closely watched. Well, that is the news for this morning. I like that. My man George says, Bernie is scarier than coronavirus. Absolutely. And again, I don't know if you guys remember, but the other day I was trying to explain to you that Bernie Sanders is not a socialist. Bernie Sanders is a communist hiding under the banner of a socialist. All right. His favorite country in the world is not the U.S., it's China. He loves China. He loves everything China does and stands for. He is in love with their entire communist government, and he wants to pattern the U.S. after it. He's just using socialism as a banner. That's all. All right. He loves tyranny. He loves control. He wants tyranny. All right. He loves the control aspects of socialism and communism and Marxism. That's what he wants. All right. And it's sad because really, I think those individuals who are misguided under those constructs, what they really want is they really want freedom for the individual people without knowing how to get it. And they think that's the best way to go about getting it. And it's not. The best structure of government for people to prosper is capitalism. But like I explained to you guys before, the problem that we're having, the reason why communism is, I said communism. The reason why capitalism is being threatened right now is because of corruption. Where there's greed and corruption, all right, it can make any system fail. Any good system can fail when there's corruption. And right now we have corruption. And the corruption, a lot of it is being masked behind big government. So a lot of the time you can't really see the corruption for what it is because of the enormous government. All right, so just had to put that out there for you guys so you can see. All right, now speaking of seeing, it's time to take a look at these overnight markets. So walk over here with me. While I'm doing this, go ahead and hit that like button. All right, go ahead and pound it up. Okay, so here are the overnight markets. The Dow is now up 200 points at 25,573. It should be noted, however, that we have another 1,200 point trading range. The overnight high was 26,000 even. The overnight low was 24,851. All right, so from top to bottom, you're looking at a 1,200, almost 1,200 point trading range. Now that ain't some volatility. I don't know what is. NASDAQ 100 is down 73 and 3/4 points at 85.30 and 3/4. And this too had a high of 86.77 and a quarter and a low of 82.24 and a quarter. So again, you got 200 point trading range there. All right, we're just looking at hundreds of points, folks, hundreds of points. Even the S&P 500 is now up 19.5 points at 29.70 and a quarter. The high was 30.21 overnight, and the low was 28.89 and a quarter. These huge hundreds of points, man. The Russell is now up 5.6 points at 14.80.60. The high was 15.11.90, and the low 14.46.40. All right, again, these ranges, okay? Bitcoin futures is up $210 at 8,910. Overnight high was 8,935, but the low was 8,540. Enormous ranges, folks. Nat gas up 5 cents at 173. Crude oil is rallying back. It's up $1.27 at $46 even. Overnight low was 43.05. That's a $3 rally off the low. We have a $3 trading range in crude oil. The high was 46.75. Crazy, almost $4 trading range in crude oil, folks. Long bond is up 25 30 seconds at 171.01. We hit 172.09, but the low was 169.18. Just massive volatility, folks. Swinging up and down. Gold is up 27.5 bucks at $1,594.30 an ounce. Overnight high was $1,612.10 an ounce, and the low was $1,576.30 an ounce. Silver up 24 cents at $16.70 an ounce. The overnight high was $17.06, and the overnight low was $16.44. US dollar index still falling. We're at 97.61, down 51 handles. Overnight high was 98.08, and the low was 97.30. Really pulling back from almost going par. I would like to think that's being done on purpose, weakening that dollar for import-export situations. All right, looking at the euro is up 87 pips at 111.27. Pound sterling down 22 at 127.76. And the Aussie is up 23 pips at 65.47. Really been just hanging tight in the 65 handle. It did get as low as 64.85 in overnight. Beans are up 6 at 8.98 and 3/4. We did break into the 9 handle, got to 903.5, and retreated from that. Corn up 2 3/4 points at 371 even. It did dip as low as 367 1/4. So out of the 60s into the 70s now. So a lot of price swinging action in these stock indexes, folks. Very interesting. Will the markets be able to bounce back and go positive today? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, last week was radical. As far as notable rally alerts for the day, though, I do have some. I have some for you. All right, the following are secondary rally alerts: GameStop, ID Systems, soybean futures, and tags, which is the agricultural ETF. And I have primary rally alerts, quite a few of those, notable ones. I have it in the Swan ETF. It's like a black swan ETF. and the ticker is SWAN, SWAN. Got a rally alert in the NASDAQ 100, Advanced Micro Devices, Google, Bed Bath & Beyond, the BBH Biotech ETF, Bots, Caterpillar, Chesapeake Energy, Chipotle, Corn Futures, DIG, ETF, Facebook, FedEx, Foot Locker, General Electric, Hack, Honeywell. Let's see, Marriott International, MasterCard. These are some of the notables. Let's see what else we got. Notables. Got quite a few of them. Let's see, MaxR, Microsoft, Mygen, Nike, NVIDIA, the OIH. So maybe crude oil will continue to rally. PayPal, Qualcomm, the QQQ, NASDAQ 100, Starbucks, Semiconductors, SMH, Sony. Let's see, Top Ships, United Parcel Service, U.S. Steel, Visa. Let's see, what else we got? The technology sector, Spider, XLK. And then this is interesting, DGLD. So these are interesting ones for today. So those are the following primary rally alerts. I gave you the secondary rally alerts first, followed by the primaries. As far as notable crash alerts that we're going to start the week off looking at, we have a handful of those. We got 3M, Bitcoin Cash. Let's see, Bitcoin itself. These are secondary crash alerts. The GBTC ETF, Bitcoin, and NEO has a primary crash alert. And then we got a crash alert in gold futures, silver futures, Clorox, ticker CLX, CME Group, the Euro Yen, the British Pound, GLD, Netflix, Pfizer, the Sprott, Physical Platinum, the one I went long and got out last week, and UGLD. So all of the ones I just mentioned, all those are our notable crash alerts for Monday to start the week off with. So we're gonna see. We are gonna see. We gonna see what these markets are gonna do today. I haven't quite decided and made up my mind yet if I'm gonna shop. I'm flat right now. I took profit and stuff last week. Had a nice week, but I don't know what I want to do this week. I'm not starting the week off with any futures. I'll tell you that. This volatility is too rich for my blood right now. I need to wait for that to calm down a little bit. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is focusing on the equities. Those that know me know that I come up from a futures background. I love futures. When we get to the wild stuff like we're seeing now, what I like to do is I like to go into the cash equivalents. So I'll be looking at SPY, QQQ, DIA, IWM for the U.S. stock indexes, and then of course the inverse stock indexes. Those are what I will be looking at today. I'll be weighing those, and I will update you guys in the trading room once I make my final decision. Other things I'll be looking at. What I like to do is I like to look at my notable primary rally alerts, because we all have our favorites we like to go in and out of, but I like to look at the alerts because those are really, really good guides as to what we can expect, especially anything that's really been like beaten up over the past week, anything that just got hammered. This will be a great opportunity to go in and just see if we can pick up some good ones. So I'm gonna be looking, and we'll see. I'm gonna look at these notable alerts because there are many of them, and then we'll see what we can find. We'll see what's worthy, what can bounce back, because this is going to be interesting to see how these markets move. So with that being said, folks, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna let y'all go so I can get my tickets in, and then I will let you guys know in the trading room what I expect. All right. Thanks for reminding me this. I did forget about that. Let me look at these possible 2-bar Charlies. I forgot. Let me see here. Let's scan and see what we got. All right. So far, scanning. Nothing's coming up. Nothing's coming up. Let's see. Nothing there. Let's go down, see if we find something in the currencies or the foodstuffs. No, we have a couple of close ones, but nothing. Nope. No 2-bar Charlies. Nothing notable. Nope. We had a few close ones, but nope. No 2-bar Charlies. But I gave it a rally and crash alerts we're looking at for the day. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do just by looking at it, I'm thinking, like I said, definitely my stock indexes. I like the SPY and the QQQs. So definitely that. But I don't know. Like for instance, I gave y'all Clorox was on there. So I might look for a short on that. I need to look and see. I'm just going off the top of my head here, only because it was up so big last week. And if the stock markets rally and they get this thing out of the news cycle with the coronavirus, then that thing's going to fall back to earth and everything else is going to take off. So yeah, time to go shopping, folks. All right. So with that being said, man, love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you have not already subscribed, do so. Hit that bell icon so you can be kept up to breast to what's going on. Also, do yourself a favor, go to PulseWaveTrading.com. You can sign up for a free account. We have a few giveaways when you sign up for a free account. Also, like I said, right now we're holding a super deep discount. You can sign up with us for $69 a month. You'll get these daily reports sent to you immediately. You just log in to what is called our dashboard, and all the reports and everything will be right there for you. You get your reports before I do these videos, 24 hours in advance before the markets even open and move. So you'll know what we're doing and how we're doing it. With that being said, I'll see you guys back here this evening for the end of day report. And the rest of you, I'll see you in the trading room. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Peace.